Hi, I'm Edison.
Hi, I'm not Edison. I'm not DC. I'm someone completely different.
Hi, I am not Edison either. And I could never hope or ever touch the hem of being Topher.
No one wants to.
I'm just DC.
Welcome to the multiverse. Yes, that is Femmes React and Topher Reacts. We are here to watch the 6th episode of GELBOYS. If you're watching from the Patreon, thank you so much for your support. If you're watching on YouTube, you can get the full versions on our Patreons. And we're a week behind, so everyone's watched the finale, so hopefully you can extend your GELBOYS watch fantasy with us. The world of GELBOYS is being kept alive for one more week here. Last episode, we had Bua's episode, which caused many of interpretations. For me, I like to approach the world from a let's give grace to everybody situation. That's just how I would like people to treat each other. It's very idealistic, optimistic. You know, it would be lovely if we could all forgive each other or understand, the actions and take that into the weight of our judgments. In saying that, I am a petty hypocrite, and if something like that happened to me,
exactly. Okay, there
I would be like,
there you go.
Fuck that hoe. People can slight me for this ridiculous small things, and I will feel betrayed for at least a month. So the thing is, I don't identify at all with Chien. I don't see anything that mirrors my experiences or my personality. So it's very hard for me to put myself in his shoes, but I've definitely been in Bua's shoes. Things Bua was going through, you can see his experiences, how he's doing things out of desperation. Chien was his best friend in essence, but there's different threads of, human things that you can take into that. So just with Chien, I feel like, I do feel bad because he can't get over Bua. And at the same time, I understand his positioning. He's trying to get over it with Formod. But it's kind of at the part and parcel of things, you have to negotiate your boundaries with Bua. And maybe cutting him off was a bit harsh as a thing for friends to do. But it's the complexity, it's the grayness of all these situations. Not necessarily a morality thing, but how do we navigate love, loss, pain without too much collateral damage? So that's what I found really interesting about the subject of the series, but also it just feels very raw and authentic, and you don't feel like we're going backwards by an out of the blue amnesia plot or something. So yeah, Topher, what do you think about? Do you feel differently about Bua? Do you hate that twink?
No. Absolutely, him and his cowboy boots. I feel like I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum. I'm give no one grace. No one gets grace. No grace. Grace doesn't exist. No, kidding. One of the comments I did see in the comment section for the last episode was someone basically praising the series because how the three of us were able to have conversations about 3 varying opinions and all of them being valid in their own right. And that's a testament to how well written these characters are. And I'm inclined to agree. Whether or not you agree with characters' actions and whatnot, they are still well-written, compelling characters. And it's just a very well done series thus far. Still have 2 episodes left. Gotta wait to see how they land the plane.
Right.
We got to see if that episode 11 curse is going to hit in episode 6.
The whole series is cursed. They're breaking up and not that big.
But I'm fine with that. None of them need to be together. They need to focus on their algebra homework. They are failing. I don't need any of these people together. I enjoy the series. I enjoy the series immensely. It's one of those handfuls where I'm yeah, you know what? I would like more of this. I would enjoy more of this. But, I don't want them to ruin a good thing. Leave the audience wanting more, and then just don't give it to them. So, we'll see. But I enjoy.
You know what I was thinking about? I was how did Barbin forgive Formod for ditching him at the concert so fast? That would have taken me so much longer to be okay, we're good. But he's a sweet little angel, I guess.
He's a sweet, precious little angel. He is too pure for this world. Sweet little cinnamon roll. He deserves the world and he's not going to get it. He's going to get the friend zone, but that's okay. That's life.
I'd like to think I was Bobbin, but I think I'm more like Fomod. But then people were also saying like Bobbin was a bit like devious and kind of like, hey, get with Bua. Oh no, get with Qian Bua. So then Fomod's free for me. Like that was the subtext.
I mean, yes, there was that too. There was absolutely that.
I did not see that though. Like I was just like, maybe he genuinely does think that there is something romantic potentially there.
I had those thoughts too, where I was like, okay, this could just be him playing to his strengths. Like, okay, if you are out of the way, then that leaves me. But he still wasn't going to get Fornod. Like, none of it's going to happen. Like, if Bua decides, hey, I'm going to go after Qian, and Qian decides to go for Bua, and that's just Qian showing his true colors. Like, he was going to do it one way or the other. So I don't know that we can blame Bobbin for this sweet, innocent Bobbin. I don't know that we can call him. Maybe he was the catalyst to start the chain, but the chain was going to happen anyway. So I'm a Bobbin apologist.
I am probably going to rewatch this series again because I've started reading Dr. Lindsay Gibson's work about how children deal with emotionally immature parents, and seeing how each one of these characters actually play out a role of, especially with Bua, especially with Bobbin, and see how they each play out their different types of archetypes, for especially what she postulates about how children deal with emotionally immature parents, and how like Bua is more of an externalizer and Bobbin is more of an internalizer, but then also the types of healing fantasies that they present in order to fill those needs, and then also what roles they play. And it's all very, very interesting series, especially taken within that clinical framework. And even though what she's postulating in her framework isn't meant to be, it's not anything from the DSM or anything like that, but it's an explanatory framework to help us deal with those emotional needs that we still carry with us when we become adults and stuff like that. That being said, they're all still children, and this is the way that they're dealing with the world, and hopefully they mature, and they will eventually mature out of all of this. But some people don't mature, and they keep these type of emotionally like healing fantasies and these roles into their adulthood. It's very interesting when I'm looking through that framework and how each one of these kids are dealing with that and how they bring those up. So looking through that framework is a very, very good series. I like it, especially when you have a series and things like that, when you look at like studied and researched things and be like, okay, this is not just like some weird fantasy that somebody made up. This is actually can be grounded in some things. It's also very interesting because I'm reading the book, but then also there was a New York Times interview with her just recently. So yeah, more information. Yeah, I'm like study stuff. Never mind. All right.
No, but I feel like we only got a glimpse of Bua's parents, which was used as a device to explain his loneliness, his desire for validation.
Also parents being there and also not being there is about how they are, like, you know, how children deal with that. Because you also have Formard's parents were there. Her mother was there at the way back in the beginning. And so also the how your parents affect you is also with them not being there affects you. It's not just like parents being there, but also there's other ways that the parental connection that you have or that you don't have affects you. So
yeah, I think that's interesting, but I don't think I took anything from Formard's relationships with his parents. Like that seemed very normal to me at first glance. I guess you'll get insights on a rewatch when you look closer at that.
And also, I don't want to say anything because it's not the end.
Oh.
So
Got plenty of time for amnesia. This entire series was a dream. They're all dead.
It's 4 minutes.
Oh my god. Y'all ready to go?
Jan's trying to move on to the afterlife, but then Bua brings him back.
Oh my god, stop. No.
They're actually all brothers.
No,
Is this in Taiwan?
Surprise.
Hey, that says airdrop. That says about. I'm glad.
I didn't know
they
you
have this.
spoke Thai. I mean, you gotta protect your peace.
Right?
Ain't nothing wrong with blocking a bitch.
Blocking is self-care.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, who? Wait, he's dating her?
I don't know. Children.
I thought she was in a relationship this whole time. Poor Bobbin and his nicely done hair.
He just needs to get to that point where he realizes he's never gonna be the one.
Oh, he's...
Delete it.
Damn, okay.
The weight off your shoulders. Trust me, just delete it. Don't even look back.
How many photos did you have in your crush album?
Like screenshots or dick pics?
How did you get his dick pics?
Long story. We're focused one train wreck at a time. I don't think we weren't verging on thousands. There weren't that many, but he also had like 2 years worth of time to collect this.
Yeah.
I probably had a couple hundred photos in that album.
Okay.
That's still a good amount.
It's still a lot.
It's still hefty.
Yeah. It was hefty, girl. But that's neither here nor there.
I will tell you this one thing, Bobby. You will cry and it'll hurt and all this kind of stuff. And guess what? 6 months to a year later, you can be like, who is that? You don't even remember their name anymore.
Like, you just need to get that process started.
What? Just everybody?
Oh?
When's Moo's episode? They're cute. They're cute little content creator partners.
Yeah, they are.
No? Why make a career out of stalking the celebrity?
ไลน์ไม่ค่อยดีอ่ะ engage ไม่ค่อยแบบพุ่งอะไร
โอ้มึงเสียดายตอนกูไปเสือกเรื่องมึงกับพี่เชียร์น่ะ
โอ้
ตอนไล่ดูคลิปก่อนนะมึงเอาจริง
เสือกทำไม กูช่อง TikTok กูเต้นอ่ะนะต้องทำไมอ่ะ
กูดูกูขำหน้ามึง
อาจจะไม่ใช่กูหรือเปล่า คนอื่นหรือเปล่า
You're
อาจจะแฟนกูหรือเปล่า
No, your face is money.
ไม่มึงนั่นแหละกูขำ
No, your face is
ฟังนะ
definitely...
กูไม่ได้ตล
What?
กไม่ใช่กู
You have a funny looking face.
See? Right there, it's a funny face.
คืออะไรอ่ะ
He might have a funny face and bad cowboy boots, but he's got a great head of hair. Also, I don't think his face is funny. I'm quoting the series, y'all.
คือมึงต้องเข้าใจว่ามัน
Yeah.
Baby, you only get 1 like and it's from Bobbin? This account...
There's only been 2 views.
This account concept is not working.
Well, you gotta start somewhere.
That's 50%.
He posted...
That's great. That's great engagement.
He posted this 20 hours ago.
You told TikTok I wanted to eat it?
That's an aggressive emoji. Holy shit. I'd never send hearts to people for fear of...
See, because you never send hearts to people, I send hearts to people all the time. That way it means nothing. I heart everything.
Hearts, everyone's love or honey or babe or just, these terms mean nothing to me.
Actually, they do mean something. I just normalize love.
Exactly. Normalize telling your friends to sit on your face. It's
What I didn't-
friendship.
What?
It's friendship.
Why are you always...
This is so
Walk
cute.
beside me, Topher. Stop walking ahead of me.
Why? I thought we were normalizing stuff.
You're 5 steps ahead.
Thought you out here normalizing stuff and then making me feel abnormal at the same time.
มึงแยกออกใช่ป่ะระหว่างซอสกับชีสอะ
มึงแต่มันดีนะมันอีกี้มากเลยอะ
กี้ไหน
SK
SK อะไร
I mean, 2000s.
2000 old school.
สวยกี้
Yep. Fuck you too, little boy. I guess.
มึงไม่ใส่ฟิลเตอร์ป่ะเนี่ย
2000 old school. Oh my
บอ
god.
กให้ใส่ฟิลเตอร์
Cut the cameras.
แต่ว่ามันดีนะ
Cut the cameras, dead ass.
เอง
No.
แล้วดูเหงื่อกูด้วยมันน่ารักมึงไม่เห็นเหงื่อกูปะเนี่ยไอ้เหี้ยมึงเหม็นนี่
Oh, okay. Alright, I see this.
เราเนี่ยรู้จักกล้วยๆป่ะ
ดิโดเหรอเคยได้ยินอยู่ไปกินบ่อยเหรอ
ก็แอบบ้าง
แอบแบบเลย
มา
Uh-oh. Why y'all just run out?
Isn't there a
Look,
crossroad there?
there's no car behind him.
Right.
Oh, they're skipping. Oh, what a jolly group of young queers. Okay.
Love to see it.
I have not skipped for a decade.
What in a cafe?
Sirs.
No. This is in the cafe, y'all. It doesn't. Right.
Yeah, calm your fast ass down.
Y'all got a whole bunch of coffee up there.
How much does he like
เรา
her?
ทำอะไรต่อกันดีอ่ะ
Or is she just a rebound?
Very much.
Mm-hmm.
ไม่รู้อะ
Their math homework.
เขาทำอะไรกันอะ
We could go to a photo booth.
โทษทีว่ามึงกูเกลียดรออะพวกกูอยากกลับไปเทดีกว่าง่ายเลยว่ะ
Said, I don't want to spend this time with you. I am leaving. Goodbye.
Right. I don't want to be here.
Oh, you're making an AI video of you kissing? But why?
I feel like he could have just done that.
Damn, that's some advanced AI. I did that in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, you know what else we could do in 5 seconds? Kiss a person.
Why is he doing it though? What the fuck?
I love you, my girlfriend.
You're gonna create a post, and who do you want to see this post?
Are we still playing games? I thought we were over it. Oh. She doesn't want that sweet affectionate shit. Maybe he's doing it on purpose so like they can break up. Like he's forcing a breakup. Wait, what? Were they not actually dating?
Girl, it's been 10 seconds. I'm not looking at my phone right now. I don't see these notifications. You could also just text me. Like, yeah.
What the heck is
Speaking of
happening?
texting, she's calling. Oh my god, poor baby.
I'm just confused. Was this a test?
It wasn't a test. Poor baby.
Because no one is in your close friend circle. Also, why is everything a close friends post? Y'all are doing the most mundane things. Like, everything don't need to be a close friends post.
Actually, you know what? Kind of like I have everything locked down. I don't want people seeing it. If I have it, it's for me. I'm my close friend. I'm my best friend.
I thought I looked cute, but I don't think the world needs to see
เธอ
this.
ช่วยจำภาพตัวเองให้เราหน่อยได้ปะ
No, I know I look cute. The world don't deserve this.
แอบว่าสิอ่ะ
มึงคิดว่า
Let 'em see it.
พี่โฟมอนมาเห็นเป็นอะไรบ้าง
I show 'em myself. Look,
Tag them. Tag them.
มึงชอบทำของมึง
tag 'em. I show 'em in front of my. How y'all doing? Woo-hoo.
กูรู้สึกกูเป็นสาเหตุที่ทำให้เขาเลิกกันอะ
You ain't got nothing to do with that.
They weren't even together, were they? What?
For the feet lovers in the
แต่ว่า
world.
มึงว่าเขาจะให้เราเลือกแบบ
Why not?
So, I am the customer. I would like this polish.
I wonder if there's like some sort of insinuation because they're guys that they can't go for them more.
ทำไมลอง
Well, I like
feminine
his
color.
มา
dress.
เลยอย่างเทียบค่ะ
That is really something I would wear.
ได้อยู่นะเลยเลย
Eyes.
What are you looking at?
What is he looking at?
Girl, what are you looking at?
What is he looking at?
Look at my toenails are down there.
Bobbin, what is he looking at?
Girl, it's just a knee.
It's just a knee.
Yeah, look at that name.
What else is there?
Yes,
มอง
girl.
มานั่งดี
Huh? Sit nicely. What does that mean?
No.
Does he feel the temptation of this Jezebel on his
Oh,
Bible scripture? What?
you too.
Mm-hmm.
What?
So, girl, you out here man spreading too.
There's nothing to see in these situations. What are we looking at?
The trained eye can see everything.
Girl,
Oh,
ๆมึงอันนี้โซ
these are cute.
Can you get your feet off my feet, please?
Oh, our feet on each other's feet. Oh, damn. Okay. This is a lot of footplay that I'm not ready for. And I don't know if I'll ever be ready for it.
Children are working too fast these days.
ไม่กูอยู่ข้างบนสวยกว่าเนี่ย
Back in my day, you didn't get foot play until date number 3.
I mean,
Normalized foot play.
this is still very in the realms of friendship. For
เท้ามึงนุ่มอ่ะ
no, well, not really, but
I mean,
Yeah, I see it. I don't do it with my friends, but like, I also don't do it with anybody that I've been attracted to. So,
I don't do foot play.
Yeah.
It's just not a thing. I ain't yucking nobody's yum, but you know, not my thing.
yeah, Sean, have all the foot play you want. That's fine.
it's very cute.
Hashtag feet for Sean.
Hashtag theory.
There is some
It's like
electricity. Okay, something is happening.
How you doing? Kiss.
I thought we were just girly
I
friends.
am
Oh,
so good at this.
I'm fine with it.
เสียวปะเสียวอ่ะ
feel what? My toes?
อยากลองมานานนะมึง
Yes,
It's cute.
I like Barbara just being like, I like you because you're funny looking. That is, that is.
I'm so caught off guard. Everything is happening so fast.
จริงป่ะ
This is the first like person that who has been like in this series so far that I've seen been like affectionate with. And that he wants to.
Okay, save some for the second date.
Oh,
Yeah, friends.
My goodness, where did the kids learn how to do this? They have a kissing coach or something behind the scenes, or
Well, behind the scenes, behind the bleachers, wherever. Kids will find a way.
Nature finds a way, in the words of Jeff Goldblum from Jurassic Park.
I thought they would not know how to kiss. I thought they were just innocent little.
No, they've got good technique. Yes. No, not yet, but it was a good kiss.
Is you doing this so I can have feelings towards you? That's right, making cases, baby.
So you're gonna have to work for this.
What the fuck is
Yeah.
going on?
I might be cheap, but I'm not easy. No, I'm just kidding. It's a hard $2. All right, what kind of anagram are you doing right here?
Well, he's like, you are in love. You see what you want to see.
Okay, this view is something.
It's for all the sock lovers out there.
กูเลิกให้มึงก็ได้
I feel like this is gonna make band practice a little awkward.
So he did do it on purpose to break up
Why?
with her. Okay.
This is like No Doubt all over again.
จะเข้าแถวแล้ว
Oh,
Oh, it's an olive branch or something.
he's crying about the branch, the olive. It's an onion branch.
He's still in love with Chian, right? That's why he's going through all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can.
กูรู้ว่ามึงแพ้กูไปแล้วอะเห็นมึงเป็นตัวหญิงกับกูอะ
Yeah,
That
but
is no cry.
I mean, you didn't use your words. How would I know?
Oh,
มึงก็รู้ว่ากูเป็นท่ามันอะมึง
I don't think he's hitting on me.
ไม่ใช่
I do know what he tastes like, though.
ไม่ทราบเหมือนกันแค่นั้นแหละทิ้ง
he's like,
but what does getting with Buwa mean leaving him?
because it seems like everybody goes to Bua, leaves him.
You can be friends with someone and still, date and still have lives together.
That wasn't friendly. Okay, no, okay. What? Normalize.
Normalize friends making out in the alleys. It's fine.
I forgot. I was.
You're
Topher's on the
confusing me.
screen.
They're obviously meaning some things to be romantic and not in a friend way. So I have to get those his story beats.
So I think now we have a proper love square.
Oh, you're upset about something.
This is cute.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, Buwa!
It's like, now is not the time.
I work in a restaurant. I can have this happening.
Ugh. Ugh.
I
I don't want to relive this.
Yeah, I hate doing that. Oh my god, my eyes water so bad.
Ugh.
I am so glad.
Oh no!
I still mad.
Wait, why are we playing? Why are we? We're not committing to Buwa?
Oh my god.
That's a bit of a shutdown. Okay.
อย่าเพิ่งไปไหนนะเพิ่นมีรุ่นพี่อ่ะเขาอยากจะคุยอะไรกับเรา
Not you setting up Chian. What the fuck? Bobin's just saying because he's not minding his own business, but
กูรู้ตัวนะเว้ยที่ผ่านมากูทำมึงเจ็บอะขอโทษที่กูไม่ชัดเจนจริงๆกูชอบมึงนะเว้ย
That just turned your camera off.
And muted it.
You wanna talk, Chien? I'm here to meet Bobbin. Hey.
หลังกล้องมึงคิดอะไรอยู่
Isn't we gonna talk about how Bobbin is still here?
ยังรู้สึกอะไรกับกู มึงให้โอกาสกูได้ไหมวะนะกูขอแค่ครั้งเดียวอะถ้ามึงตอบกูด่ามึงเลยนะโฟมอส
โฟมอสมึงอย่าไปตอบเขา
Your microphone's not on mute.
มากเลยนะเว้ยพอแล้ว
มึงชอบไม่ชอบมึงบอกกูได้เลยนะ
โฟมอสเนี่ยมึงตอบมึงฟังกูก่อน
Girl.
มึงรู้ไหมสำหรับกูมึงโคตรวุ่นวายแต่โคตรน่ารักอ่ะมึงคืออองลีมึงคืออองลีมากหน้ามึงคือดารามึงหล่อกว่าชาญอูอีกมึงหล่อกว่าขุนพลมึงหล่อกว่าบัต
Mute.
What the fuck?
บ้ามึงเปิดไมค์ก่อน
He's like,
Well, I do love that Bobbin was out here ready to just like tell Chan to his face, like, no, fuck shit. Don't you talk to him.
มึงจำไม่ได้เหรอที่ผ่านมา
Yeah, it was last week.
บ้านอะถ้ามึงกลับไปคบเดี๋ยวพี่เขาทำแบบเดิมอีกอะ
This is the thing about Bobbin. He may have what he's saying is right. His motives, but
He not lying.
รอแป๊บนึงอะ
right.
it's time for
This
some
time,
grand gesture, some evidence, something.
this time it's not about don't shoot the messenger.
Is Bua gonna pop up in here?
What?
It's like I wrote this one too. I need royalties today. I'm on a
Because they
roll.
said at the beginning of the story, it was like full mod, Bua, Bobbin.
เฮ้ยบ้าบินสร้างห้องใช่ปะกดรับหน่อยดิ
I started this meeting for our school classroom. That's why I'm still here, because the room has to exist with me. Okay.
Sorry, I thought we were being cute.
ทอดแป๊บ
Now let's see this messy group project.
พี่โฟมอสนี่ไม่เคยชอบพี่เชียนเลย แบบจริงๆ คือ บัวไม่เคยเข้าใกล้คำว่าแบบ
You know what
แฟ
you
นเลย
remind
อะ
me of? Never mind.
เป็นพี่น้องกันจริง
แล้วชอบใคร
Do I have to like someone?
This reminds me back in the day when you get on a phone call and the other person on three-way and the other person is quiet and then you talk to them and stuff like that and then you bring them on.
Me? Bobbin?
ๆ จริง ๆ นี่ชอบบ้าบินด้วยซ้
So hold on, let me come on camera real quick.
Bobbin has
Hold
no
on.
reaction to this.
กูไม่ได้ชอบมึงนะบัวกูชอบโฟมอส
I mean, we knew this, but it's still brave for you to say it in this.
It's more like a X on the middle, like it's going down.
I see, because
Like he's over here, and then so he's coming down.
One likes him,
Right.
Him, but he also likes him, but also him.
Right.
Okay, yeah, so like an hourglass, or
Right. So that's one.
Lord.
All the feelings.
Damn, you called me in for this, and now.
Oh,
Oh.
oh, baby.
Oh,
Not this year trying to make me feel bad for Bua. God.
Topher, you've been the villain the whole time. Everyone else was empathetic.
Don't you pass your villainy on to me, sir.
Right.
When was I the villain?
Always.
You're the villain.
I'm gonna close this thing down. I got
กูจีบ
what?
Oh shit, okay. I guess Bill was not involved.
IG ไลน์ TikTok ที่มึงบล็อกกูอะอยากบล็อกก็บล็อกกูเลยเว้ยหายโควิดเมื่อไหร่
Ooh.
ไม่
For my what? How am I? Like, how am I?
Yeah, well, I'll hit on you ass to dick. Yeah, take that.
Okay.
I'm sorry? I beg pardon? So we watched episode 7 tonight, yes? I got nowhere to be early in the morning.
Okay, that was GELBOYS episode 6. My goodness. The mess is messing and it's a fabulous mess. So we're getting the start of Bua and Bobbin, but I appreciate that we didn't really like skip into it like straight away. Like Bobbin obviously still likes Formod and we haven't closed that thread down, so I really am appreciative that we're getting this still fight in Bobbin for Formod, that we're not just kind of like closing it, because it's consistent with the other characters. Like they've taken a while to get over other people or they can't let go, and so I think if he moved on to Bua within the space of this episode, I would have been like, oh well, that was way too easy a resolution. I guess the connection that Bua felt with Bobbin was interesting to explore. Like it's friends doing like the same activities and getting closer off that. I think something interesting that I'm trying to figure out is like where on the spectrum of like femininity like these characters sit on, and what that infers, and I don't know if like Bua and Bobbin are like a femme for femme couple or not. That's like, that would be cute to have one of those in a series. I just don't know how to see Bobbin at this point. I think the dynamics are obviously coming to play into the next episode. It's good that Qian has finally got into a place where he's ready to fight for Formod. I would really be intrigued by Formod and Bobbin, and to see if Formod could feel anything out of that, or to at least be open to it. But I think things are gonna end up quite this here, that there. Formod and Qian, Bobbin and Bua. Did you think Bobbin felt something in his friendship building with Bua? Or was he just having trouble deciphering the feelings of each character? Topher, what did you please enlighten us with your interpretation?
I hated no. I agree. I did like the fact that they didn't go all in with Bobbin and Bua this episode, because one of the thoughts I had probably like 2 or 3 episodes back, when I felt Bobbin was going to get his feelings hurt, this, that, the other, when it came to Formod, like I felt like they might have just done the sort of typical, all right, well, here's your consolation prize, here you go, just get with this guy now, and all right, now we have 2 ships, and yay. So I like that it wasn't as cut and dry as that. I like that Bobbin is still out here. He's finally reached a point where he's like publicly ready to shoot his shot with Formod. Is it going to work out in his favor? Don't know. It'd be interesting. Like Edison said, I think it'd be interesting to explore that, and just to have Formod give it a try. Try it. Maybe he'll like it. Maybe he won't. Who knows? But I do like that, you know, everyone's just at least shooting a shot at this point, because like regret sucks. Like, you know, living with, I wish I had done this. I wish I had taken this chance, blah, blah, blah. And just having that sort of like weigh on your mind for ever and a day, you know, rest of your life. It sucks. So like, I like that all these kids are getting ballsy and they're just like, I'm going to take this shot. It may not work, because sometimes it just doesn't work in life, and that's life. But like DC said earlier episode, like it'll hurt now. 6 months later, you won't remember who cut you. You just move on. But like you need to take that shot to either do it or to get your feelings hurt so you can move on. So I like that. I did enjoy the interactions with Bobbin and Bua. I remember when they were like skipping and, you know, doing the whole crossing thing and getting hit by traffic and all that stuff. Like I was sitting here thinking, like, I don't know if they're going to take this a romantic route with them, but their energy out of everything I've seen thus far feels the most natural. Like everything about their dynamic feels the most natural. Bobbin trying to make his feelings known to Bua, it's like it's trying to force a square into a round hole. Like he's trying to be this, trying to make his friend see him as more than just a friend. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it does. More often than not, it doesn't, because they just see you as a friend. But you know, it felt tense. It felt uncomfortable. Same thing with Chan and Bua and like everything, but like Chan or Bua and Bob and like just their interactions, it just felt like people who enjoyed being around each other. And whether it was going to go a romantic route or just a friend's route, I was like, I'm fine with this, because it feels natural. This feels like a natural progression of a friendship, of a relationship. It feels like this is how it should be, not all of this. He doesn't love me, but I love him. And like, it just felt natural. I'm like, yes, I enjoyed this. So I can see why Bua caught feelings, because I was along for the ride. I'm like, yes, do this. Also, you know, we're out here intertwining legs and, you know, toes and, you know, making out in the street corner. I would maybe misconstrue things a little bit too if I were Bua, but also I'm here to normalize making out with friends. We're normalizing friends, let friends stick it in from time to time. It's okay. We're normalizing these things.
We don't speak.
Yeah, go ahead, be his friend. Be his friend. Go down to Florida and be his friend.
Who want to be my friend? I'm so lonely.
People who need people are the luckiest people in the world.
Exactly. I will welcome you with open arms and open legs and an open mouth, because I'm here for you as a friend. But yeah, like I can see how Bobbin could have caught, or how Bua caught feelings, and how he may have misunderstood those interactions to be something more romantic. Because I feel like that's kind of the same song and dance everyone in this series has been going through, misunderstanding one person's actions and making this whole big romantic thing out of it. But at the same time,
they kissed. How could that be misunderstood?
I've kissed people.
I know.
That's fine.
Okay.
People kiss people. You know, sometimes you get drunk on a dance floor and you make out with your best friend. It's fine. These things. Sometimes you go home and blow each other. Like, it's fine. These things happen. I don't know. Not to me, because I'm a virgin, but you know, things happen. But yeah, the one thing that does kind of like make me question whether or not Bobbin had feelings is the fact that he did take a screenshot of their message. Because like he already moved on, or started that moving on process, and deleted the entire folder of him and Formod's messages. But then when conversations with Bobbin were starting to go and the whole TikTok thing, he did take a screenshot of that message. Old habits die hard. So like, to me, that's a signal that, oh, he is seeing this as maybe not romantic, but it is something important to him for some reason, for one reason or another. What that reason is, I don't know. Chan was kind of here. He was just kind of here throughout the episode. A little inconsequential until the end, when we had this Mean Girls 4-way video chat, which I enjoyed. I'd like a little bit of mess. Everybody's out here getting their feelings hurt. And then the preview for next week, I'm like, the fuck did I miss? So, yeah, maybe Bobbin felt something. Well, looks like he's gonna feel something, but like, yeah, I don't know. It's a delightful mess. I enjoy it. I enjoy it immensely.
I forgot to try and decipher the temporary like relationship Formod had with one of his.
Oh yeah, that was a thing.
I just assumed that like he was trying to move on with her. Things weren't gelling, but he couldn't break up without poking the hornet's nest. He was trying to provoke a breakup by doing something that she didn't like, but he didn't have the
and she's like, oh, you never change, or you do the same old thing all the time. So like, this tells me it's a pattern with him. He doesn't seem like the type who is good at confrontation. So he's like, I don't know how to break up with somebody, but I'm unhappy, so I'm going to do something that will probably make them break up with me. But also, he also seemed very emotional when posting the AI video and getting the very aggressive response from her. Like, my God, she was terribly aggressive. I wouldn't want to date her for a lot of reasons, but like, she was terribly aggressive. I'm like, oh my God, push her off a cliff. She is doing too much right now. Sorry,
figure of
we
speech.
all deal with figure of speech or not. We all deal with things differently. No, figure of speech. But yeah, she was very aggressive.
But I reckon it was just his realization that, you know, she's not Chian and he misses Chian. And
yeah, he was just looking for a placeholder, something to fill that hole, something to fill that gap from where Chian was. Because like even when they were at the little cafe up there and she kept trying to kiss him, like I thought to myself, like the fact that she keeps trying to kiss you and you keep like like that's not a good sign that you're in a happier relationship. Not that, you know, if someone tries to kiss you, you should always just sit there and take their kisses. Maybe sometimes you don't want to be kissed, but like the look on his face didn't look like, oh babe, stop. It looked like why ew. Like it looked like not someone who was in a happy relationship. So
and I said this, it looked like, I think Bua really does like Bobbin. And the only reason I said that for a couple of reasons. Also kind of looking at what Dr. Gibson says, especially with emotionally immature parents and how Bua I see Bua and this whole thing. Before I even start down this road, I think it should be noted that sometimes, especially in current state, we weaponize like therapy speak, and then also sometimes don't understand that, okay, people on the spectrum of things, and not everybody's in one corner or the other corner, and you need to go to therapy and stuff like that. And this just helps to more conceptualize the way he is and what he's doing. The way in which he approached other people in other relationships, it was him operating through a healing fantasy that was external, and he wasn't like really looking for that genuine connection between people. He was looking for, it was like, all right, Chen did things for him and the other guy did things for him to feel this emotional healing that he needed, that he wasn't getting from his parents and things like that. But with Bobbin, it wasn't actually trying to be close with him, actually doing things with him instead of using him or having him do things for him so he could feel better about himself. So I see him as actually he really was, and he was making those things. He was actually learning how to have a genuine connection with him. Bobbin, though, is a type of person who is internalization with his. He kind of liked it, and he was there, and he was with it, and all this other kind of stuff. But what makes really good for storytelling is him fighting for format. Like it. While him just going over to Bua and stuff like that, that wouldn't be too out of the ordinary. But it makes for better storytelling if there's a fight. You know, we have another episode, and just if it ended up like that. So narratively, it makes for better storytelling. I wouldn't be mad if it just ended up that way, but it just be boys storytelling. And I think that's where we're balancing the thing between reality, because this stuff does happen. You say, okay, you can't get your first, so let me go with my second, and telling a good story. So I want to make that point right there. And it's just really going to be interesting how this little fight's going to go and what's it going to do and how it's going to do. So as with Formad in his rebound relationship, yeah, she was there. She was taken up. And, you know, they're always like, oh, to get over an old man, you got to get on a new or get on a new person and stuff like that. But it doesn't work. It doesn't work because that feeling is still there. You know, all that physical stuff, it is still there. I do believe that Bobbin does like Bua, but I also believe that Bobbin does still like Formad. And he's like, you know what? No, I'm doing it. And I see the growth in Bobbin, because way back a couple of episodes ago, he wasn't going to fight with him. He was going to let him go. He left Lisa at a black
Left Lisa.
to go all the way down there and he ain't say nothing and all this other kind of stuff. And so it's not even like he has a, oh, what if I don't say anything now? No, I've not said something before. Like
I had your chance.
Right? I've done this before. We ain't gonna do that again. So he was like, no, you're not. No, you're not. You know what? And in fact, I would have laughed because I think like Bobbin was controlling the meeting. He would be like, yeah, you're done. You're out. You're out. Silenced him or whatever. But no, I think that Chan was on the teachers. So it'd be funny if Chan like exited out Bobbin. But yeah, now Forma, it's very how the turns have tabled, because Forma at the beginning of this was like, nobody's interested in him, but now everybody's interested in him and stuff like that. And so that's very interesting, just the way things come out. The series itself is just very, very interesting. It deserves a second watch, especially with looking at just the ways. And this is one of those series where I don't rewatch series that often. I really don't, because there's so many new ones, and I'm just like, I really rewatch it. But it's short, and this is going to be one of those series in which I rewatch, and I'm like, okay, you know what? That person wasn't right. That person wasn't right. And then I rewatch it again. You know what? Actually, but you'll get different things out of it, and I think even when you're at different points in your life, you can rewatch this and take it and get different things from different people. I said this like last time. I actually said the shortened version, but it's like one of those things. Life is meant to you live life forward and understand it backwards, because it's like you go through, you don't know what you're going through, and you're trying to figure out everything, but then you understand that stuff 5, 10, 15 years. So like, if I know then what I know now, it's like, but also another thing, like you said, the Mean Girls, and like I said during they've reminded me just some high school stuff where you be on the phone. So what did you think about that person? And then they come through on three-way. Oh, I knew. And it's just like, it is just that messy stuff that I like watching. I don't want to be in it. Like I hate drama, but I will watch it. I was like, ooh, this drama happening over there. Yes, I'm drinking like I'm in the BL. Ain't nothing in the glass. It is very, very interesting, and I appreciate how well written the characters are, and also kind of the growth of the different characters and how they're not one note. None of these characters one note. Just kind of like I said, Bua, now he is into people and stuff like that. He's had that little change or whatever, but then also Bobbin has that change, and Chan has the change, and then also Formad is kind of still Formad, but you can't have everything. But I do like the development of all the different characters. I'm excited to see how they're gonna land the plane. If they amnesia. You know what? If they do it for amnesia, I'm gonna forget I saw this too.
Maybe Topher on the rewatch, you'll be like, "Oh, Bua isn't so bad. I just wanted to fight Edison." No.
I mean, I felt fine with Bua this episode. Bua was fine this episode. They almost made me feel bad for him a little bit, almost, because like you could see his heart breaking on that phone call, like him saying "I like you" and him not getting that in return, but also like confirmation that he still likes this person. Like, it hurts, and he tried his best to hold it together, and he held it together on camera pretty well. But you could see like he he was devastated. So like I almost felt bad for him.
But the actions of Bua in this episode was that different actions than what he was before. So saying that they're two different. The actions is what there was a problem with. You know, it's not
and
just like
neither of those happened in this episode.
I mean, if you change the actions and you're a different person, then right, you don't do the same thing.
Yeah, or he didn't even need that growth in the start. Anyways, let's.
Oh, you don't want to have to go through growth. Is that it? You're just like, oh, that sounds too difficult. I want people to love me for my problematic self.
Sit pretty, Edison.
I mean, just because he liked Bobbin this time instead of not liking, he developed feelings. But yes, no, I kind of get what you mean with the genuinely hanging out instead of using somebody else. I've always started off with like, oh, do you want to film TikToks with me as a way to hang out? But then it progressed.
Making out in an alley.
I definitely need to rewatch just to kind of like immerse more into how their relationship developed, because it kind of just like happens so fast. I couldn't like tell the progression between like friendship and something more than that. I knew there was,
especially with me out here normalizing everything.
Right.
Makes it very difficult. I get it.
Normalize this. Normalize this. Is normal? Is this normal? Is this not normal?
Everyone is just friends.
Especially with the crotch staring part. I was like, there's nothing there to see, but it felt very sexually charged.
He was like hanging out, and then he was like, wait a minute, I'm seeing this, I'm getting turned on, there's something here, I'm starting to fall into this. And then Bua was like, me too, and that's why you was looking at him. And so that was that conversation where it's like, hey, we're doing this, and I'm still there's a line there that is, I can see over that line.
Like there's a treat in there for me.
right. And I'm so I think you need to stop showing me that line. And it's not like he was like, oh, I'm but you stop, we're friends, stop showing me that.
I'm a good Christian woman and you are making me think unholy thoughts, so I need you too.
And then he was like, you know what, I'm a good Christian man, and so I must think an unsavory thought, something unholy.
But their flirtation started a lot earlier, right? In their texting, that felt kind of, oh, do the hearts not mean anything? The stickers and the hearts.
It's just hard.
It depends. So, to some people, and to some people it doesn't. I don't know.
I'm very conscious about my emoji distribution.
I'm very conscious about high fives. I don't give out high fives.
Topher, how do you navigate between friendship and flirting? Or friend flirting?
Do you not flirt with your friends? Normalize flirting with your friends.
But then you get a situation where they think you want something.
I mean, they don't. They know better.
They don't. Have you told them?
They know the way Topher speaks. They know the way Topher interacts. And they know this is just Topher. This is Topher. Like one of my friends who is practicing Ramadan at the moment, like he was like, okay, don't talk to me from sunrise to sun up, because I was like, that's valid. I will text you when the sun goes down. This is valid.
Oh my goodness.
Because it's just friendship. It's just how it is.
That's funny. I have friends who are Muslim. That's funny.
Just friendship. Emojis mean that. I'll throw hearts and all kinds of things at people just to let everyone know that I'm just loving. I love everyone off the bat. You know, you're all special little snowflakes, and by default, that means none of you is. No.
What? I'm playing like detective spy over here, decoding emojis, decoding words, language, things like that.
And you're wasting your time. You should be like Bob and just go out there and get your man.
Depending on the level of friendship or like the conversation, like I will choose certain combinations of emojis, but like I don't have any reservations. Like, hey, here's a heart, here's a this, that, and the other. But like certain combinations together can give off a certain vibe. It's like, okay,
Right.
I'm not flirting
intention.
with you. I'm just being, Topher jokingly, sit on my face. That I'm not actually don't sit on my face. But then there are times people are like, hey, close friend circle, here's a thirst trap, and I'm like, sit on my face? Question mark? Different emojis.
The Egyptians were onto something with their hieroglyphs. So if you've ever sexted in hieroglyphs, please let us know. That was I'm just wrapping up GELBOYS episode 6. Please let us know what you thought of this episode. Thanks for your support on our respective Patreons. You can watch the full versions if you're on YouTube. And we shall see you for the finale next week, which will be so exciting.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Dr. Nick.